Welcome. Episode 17. Fix your mic,
17.
bro. You the mic master. Come on, your shit should have
The
been
fact that
fixed.
you prepped to start with me,
I ain't
we
prepped.
only
It just
5
happened like
seconds
that.
in.
It just happened like that.
You
You
don't
the
know how
mic queen. How your mic ain't right. You made sure our mics was right.
He like a kid that you gotta give a
Episode
prep talk when the guests come.
baby.
Welcome back to the Shawnee Talks
Welcome back.
podcast. You have your host Shawnee.
You have your co-host. No, I gotta stop saying that. Host. Will Spooky, you know me. 5'7.5" brown eyes. You know what I mean? Don't hate me because they like me for my features and not my sneakers. I ain't even got no sneakers on. That's my new wave. I need another one. I gotta find one.
Shit.
Y'all do intros like this every week. That's how y'all do your intros every week.
And it's like he keep adding on to that 5'7" brown eyes.
You know what I'm saying? We got a special guest, man. Family.
Dr.Vaughn Weaver.
Yeah.
Who does
I was waiting. I'm like, but we say, you can say his whole name today. We have to.
Absolutely not. What type of time is it? Y'all must have been talking about this. Y'all tripping.
When you went in the bathroom.
Yeah. Y'all introduced me exactly how y'all.
Hey, yo, I just said that. I thought you was going to say it. What happened? You was
I
a
did.
punk, yo.
I said it.
Nah, you was a punk.
In partnership with I'm sorry.
Yeah, wow.
Sponsored by Top Tier Smoke Shop, and in partnership with Union Street Podcast.
Yes, sir.
We missed that the last 2 times.
Yeah, we
sorry,
did it?
Boss Al.
Yeah, sorry, Boss
Shout
Al.
out
We
to
got
Union Street
Alameen
Top
in the
Tier.
building. You know what I'm
Shout out
saying?
to Union
He
Street
over there
Top
eating that
Tier.
G fucking that chicken up. Yeah, he behind the bike. He behind there fucking that chicken up. You know what I'm saying?
So
We got App over there too. App, we need to tell you the rules, or you know the rules. Okay, thank you, sir. We appreciate that. We do numbers here. We don't go 1 to 10. We go from 5, and by the time we get to 10, you gotta get the fuck. I'm not. Nah, but it's you know what I'm saying? That's the rules. That's the rules. Sit back and enjoy the show.
gosh.
Episode 17, man.
17 episodes, man.
Yeah.
That's a major feat.
Yeah, consistent.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all being consistent, having guests on every week. Y'all showing up every week. You know, we gotta applaud y'all for all the hard work and effort y'all putting in too.
This
Appreciate
episode
that.
17, consistency.
This
We like
podcast
saying-
game is got a lot of traffic, and y'all carving out your own lane, so that's cool.
Trying? Oh, we are. We
That's
can't
cool.
say Tasha told us that. We are
Tasha.
carving out our own lane
Yeah.
and everything like that. With the good brother behind the joint over there.
Consistency is our favorite word.
Yes, sir.
A big shout out to Al. Because Al keep us going. He gonna be quiet, y'all, but all right,
that
there you
chicken
go.
good?
He did
That
something.
shit good?
So we like to do, in the beginning, we like to do a mental health check-in.
Mental health check.
Scale 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, and then 10 being the highest. And then you base it off the week. So this past week, what was your mental health? Woo gonna start, and then we gonna go around.
I thought we start from that way.
Nah,
I'm
we
not
did last
mistaken.
time, so there you go.
It didn't work like that. It was
Yes, it
whoever
did.
was sitting over
You already
there.
talking, just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mental health. I could about 8.5. I had a good week, man. I had a good week again. A good week. It was good. Next week would be great. This week it was good. What about you?
Vaughn next.
It's coming to me.
No. Yo, you think you slick, bro?
I gotta say I'm at a solid 8 also.
Mm.
Felt a little under the weather this week.
Yeah.
So that played a part with me trying to handle some business that I wanted to take care of. But other than that, I feel pretty good. This right here might have brought it to a 9 though. Being here today sitting with y'all.
We appreciate that. He ain't canceled on us. We appreciate it.
Get my boy on there. Got to give you your flowers, Cuddy. Gotta give you your flowers, Cuddy. You know you a motivation in our family. Like you like the blueprint, like Vaughn, but I don't think the family really, you know what, I ain't gonna go there, but you like the blueprint.
Now everybody see what I was saying, right? You see what I was saying, right? It's like a minute in.
You
He
family,
ain't
you like
waste no
the
time.
blueprint. You set the tone for, what I guess what us men should be in our family. Like the route you take, school and doing what you do. He like the blueprint. I know what's going on.
That's my first time hearing that, but I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
you all
Yeah.
know. You like the best for us, in our family it's like, okay,
But it feels good hearing that
Vaughn
from your
dude, no
family.
wrong in their eyes. This is the blueprint you follow. You get up, you go to school, you don't get no trouble, you don't leave the girls alone, you don't do this. This is what you do. They don't even know what's going on. But definitely on the blueprint for us.
No, I appreciate
the
that.
motivation.
I heard that. I was looking.
Your family, that's real family. You get what I'm saying? You are the motivation for us. And the men, when you come around and you know what's going on.
Appreciate
You
that.
give us the good, the bad, the ugly. Sometimes.
Yeah, that's how you supposed to,
Yeah.
for the real, right?
I'm still an Uno king though, but you know what's going on. We ain't gonna get into
We
that
have
this
one
episode.
family. All right.
I'm the Uno king. Who won?
Can we just move forward? He tried to take it off.
You see, I'm just gonna let y'all watch and see what I be talking
I'm gonna
about.
have to edit
I'm
that
the
Uno
Uno
part
king.
out.
Oh yeah, I got the picture.
Yeah.
This week I give myself a 9.8.
Ooh, wow, at 9.8.
Why we
Ooh,
at point two shy?
Yeah, 2 grand. 9.
I had an off day.
Okay.
That off day.
Yeah.
9.8.
That's solid numbers though.
Yeah.
Solid
That's the
numbers.
highest I
I
ever
don't
been.
like that because I don't like that. I love that for you, but something is wrong with that because
You don't like a
haven't
9.8?
I love it, but the fact that you haven't been around is like, how did you get to that? You haven't seen me. I ain't seen
Oh, you
you.
supposed
that's
to
what it
contribute to the.
Yeah, so I feel like, what's
so
going on?
he's supposed to contribute to the.
No, I'm gonna tell you the real issue here. He wants me in here with him every day.
No, yeah, but
Now I'm working another job,
yeah.
and he don't see me as much. He about to get back in his feelings like the beginning.
So he that point two.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm the point two.
Yeah,
man.
point two.
I take that.
point
That matters. See, now I appreciate that even more. The point two matters. I might have been.
He the reason why you see cups.
See, don't say that. That's not. See, that's that. See, you throwing shots. You throwing shots now. All right.
So being that we're here with a very successful person,
Yes,
I
sir.
think we could do positivity check-in.
Positivity.
So it's either I'm wilding. Apple, mental health.
6. You said
Owl's
that's
a
his
6.
favorite number.
Yeah, but he's.
Ooh.
All right.
Somebody tickled your toes.
Yeah,
What's going on?
You have a
Somebody
Yeah,
tickled your
he
toes.
stayed at a 6.
Somebody
Since the beginning, he
toes.
stayed at a
What's
6.
going on, brother?
So you mean to tell me for 17 episodes, or
Yeah.
16 episodes, you've been at a 6?
6.
So
He don't-
so that point will go right here. That point will go right here. I mean, it's simple math, right? For 16 consistent episodes, he has been at a 6, and now he's at a 6.1. The smile that went on his face when I walked through the door tells me that I was a part of that point
You
1.
got that?
Yeah, you know.
We gonna take it.
I'm showing you, I'm at a 9.8.
Yeah. You 9.8?
With his hat like we back in 2007.
You know, while others.
We know them
Hey, your
points.
birthday this week. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, happy
man.
birthday.
Happy
to
birthday.
Birthday to Apple, man. You know what I'll text you. You know what I mean? Happy birthday to you.
You know
We
what I
gonna
text
get
you.
started. You ain't too scared. You know what I'm saying?
Now we gonna do the positivity check-in.
Are we gonna do? No, it's something you learned.
I just said we gonna do
Positive
the.
That's the positivity
Yeah.
check-in?
Yeah,
That's the positivity
something you
check-in.
learned this week, or something new you learned this week, or something good that happened to you this week.
One of the two?
Yeah.
And that's this on me. Or it's just it's a everybody question.
It can be on you. It's on you.
It's an everybody question.
Oh, got
It's on
it.
you.
Got it.
Go ahead.
Something.
Good that happened or something new that you learned?
Something good that happened. I was having a slightly off week, or at least one of the days, and I ran into a former student. So when the student called my name, I was a little surprised and shocked.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen the student in years. But what made it a beautiful moment was, now, with all due respect to the student, but he was
A handful.
One of
there we
those.
go. he was definitely a handful.
Yeah.
But I seen him, and he's now working, doing some great things. And he just gave me my flowers, and
Yeah.
talked about how I played a contribution to where he is currently, and the things that he's doing. And actually just wanted to build me more, because he's trying to do some new things and feels like I can be a major asset in what he got going on. So, sometimes you have, especially in education. Education is a very challenging profession.
Yeah.
So sometimes you doubt if you are doing the right thing, or at least pointing youth in the right direction. So he helped reassure
That you did that.
that I am doing some good things, for him to come and say those things to me. Put a smile on my face instantly and made me feel like I needed to be doing more.
Yeah.
But that definitely was something that was beautiful for me this week.
There you go. See, that's why you the male role model. You the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? You like you go on NBA 2K, you make your player. They expect us to make Vaughn. Like, you gotta be like Vaughn, he don't get no trouble. Yeah, that's beautiful though. But that's why one of the reasons why we got you. I don't think you gotta say you gotta do more, because you do a lot. You really do a lot. You get what I'm saying? Behind closed doors, you're not into the cameras or the phones and shit.
This right here is a lot for me. This only happened. Let me say this to the kid. I'm only here because of the genuine love that I have for the two of these individuals. All this podcasting, talking on cameras.
Yeah. Everybody love us.
It's not my ways, but I'm so proud of the work that they are doing and want to support them. So it felt great to just be. And I appreciate y'all even considering me to be a part of this.
As soon as I wrote the list, Vaughn.
You do a lot, man. You don't talk about it. You don't say it. You just do it. You don't got to be on camera. You don't want people to record you. You don't want people to post you. That's not your thing. And you do a lot of things behind the scenes. So you don't be out here like, oh, I did this. I did. You just do it. That's just your, you do everything. You don't complain about it. You don't say I talk to you, you have your days, but for the most part, whatever you got to do, you do it. However you got to do it, your time, everything, you do it.
Appreciate that.
You do it, cut. You do it. That's a lot. I don't think you got you got master, but you got doctor.
We gonna get there.
Yeah, we gonna get there. We gonna get there. You got a lot going on, baby.
You want to answer, or you want me to go next?
Yeah, you can go.
Boy, bro.
I appreciate that. You can go. You even giving me go ahead, you can go. Because usually you'll tell me I gotta go. But go ahead, boss. Let me hear what you want. You had a non-point. I'm interested.
Something good that happened to me this week. I had my first board meeting. I'm a new board member for the Hudson County
Big boss.
Gun Violence Committee.
Big boss out here. You
appreciate that.
Black Mexican.
Yeah, congratulations.
You motherfucker working 22 hours a day.
Oh man. Let's try to stay away from the racial comments on the report, please.
22 hours a day.
For the Hudson County Gun Violence Committee, so I had my first board meeting this week, which was good and great. So that's made up majority of the points with my mental health.
Nice.
Came in here with your little slacks on, little button up.
Yeah, I couldn't go in a sweatsuit. Unfortunately, I go to all my jobs in a sweatsuit, but I couldn't do that.
Not this one. At least not
this one.
I had to have a button up.
At least not yet.
And the slacks.
You.
Me? What I learned, I think I learned something this week. What I learned, man, I just had it too. I had learned, what I learned? I had a beautiful week. So like I say, I can't even remember.
You used all your energy.
All my energy. Yeah, shift to that. I just lost I had a beautiful week though. I had a beautiful week. I just spent time with my kids.
Check-ins with all y'all.
My daughter,
Kylie.
I think that's the best part. I had Kylie outside with me. Like for the first time,
Yeah,
I've been with her all night.
Seen that. Yeah.
Had her with me. I just realized, like, yo, she really big as hell. Like, she 11. You could be outside with me. Like, I never do it. Like, me having Kylie outside, I'm like, it's 9 o'clock. Come on, right? No, I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm good. Bro, come on. But having her outside, that was good for me. Chilling, having her outside. She good. That was a good week for me. It's a good week. That week was beautiful.
So, I think it's only right to do this before we get into the questions. Nothing bad, but to give you your flowers for the multiple degrees you have.
Yeah.
Agreeing with you paving a different way from things we all seen. You taking a different path. For your recent accomplishment for becoming a director at NJCU. So we just want to give you your flowers before we get into everything.
Appreciate that.
No problem. So we both gonna ask you questions, so it's just not coming from one person.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we gonna ping pong it.
I'm here for it.
Some good questions.
Let's get the show on the road.
Let's get the show on the road. You ready?
I got the little disclaimer joints that go up just in case.
You ready? Go ahead, boss. You got it.
Want me to go?
Yeah, man. You can drive. You can
Alright, so
drive.
just a quick.
Drive this boat.
We did a little background. We did a little research.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
So
Okay.
before, well, I just said it, but before NJCU, you was director at Bloomfield College for the
Absolutely.
Educational Opportunity Fund Program. You got your degree in Doctor of Education. Now you got your doctorate.
Come on, baby. Come on.
And now you're the
Can't hear you.
director.
Come on, baby. Give me that energy. Bitch, Tasha was talking about this last week, right,
Tasha.
Al? Come on,
Tasha.
Tasha. I'm sorry. Tasha. Let's go, baby.
Just fucking up everything today.
No, come on, baby.
Now you're the director of the Center for Student Persistence and Success at NJCU. First question is, what do you hope people remember you for? Not just the titles and degrees, but also the person.
Ooh. Right to it. Right to it. Right to it. See, those type of questions we ask you, Cuddy. We ain't playing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
come
this
here to
because
play.
I never really do well with questions about myself.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
So I'm gonna say that was a solid question. I'm usually very quick-witted.
Yeah,
and
that was a solid.
very
that was good.
easy to respond, but you're actually gonna make me have to process that for a second.
That was a good one.
Man, something I would like for just, I guess, my willingness to always be of service. Right? To
Right.
always
Right.
be of aid to the people that I care about and I love, no matter what way that is, right? If there's anything that I could do, I'm always willing to be of service. I'm talking about, you need some furniture moved, I got you.
Yeah.
You need some help with your financial aid, I got you.
I need help with that, but yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
or even if it's just, some words of encouragement or an accountability partner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, if anything, just my willingness to be of service to the people that I love and care about. Not even just my people that I love and care about, just this community in general. Because I love this city. Like,
Yeah.
this city is a jewel, right?
Yeah.
People always have their things to say, right,
you're right.
about certain areas. But this city has helped raise me and make me the man that I am today. So just my willingness to be of service to all my people.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. To our family.
We're not gonna let it go.
I'm just saying, it's there, bro. Proof is there. Proof is there every day.
A lot of people talk about being able to help and wanting to help, but
Yeah.
like you said, I don't look for any
No.
It's a
accolades or I just
Nope.
you call me.
You ain't gonna say
You
nothing.
know what I
You
mean?
never talk about.
I'm coming to run, and I'm
That's
not asking
just-
no questions. I'm not second guessing. I'm gonna give you what I think is the best for you, and then we're gonna move forward.
So,
And
something you said is, I think all of us need that. I do feel like people have friends in their life who are not yes friends, right?
Yeah.
But I think we all should have an accountability partner. I think that's something good, right? Because you can always run to the person who going to agree with all your bullshit, no matter what it's
And
about.
it's very
Yeah.
easy to do that,
Yeah.
right? Somebody that gives you, that supports whatever it
Yeah,
is that you got
whatever it is.
going on,
That's
good,
never
bad, and
good.
indifferent, right?
Yeah.
I've never had the. I don't know. It's just never been in me to just be a simple yes man, right? I think true friendship, partnership, whatever it is, comes with challenges, and you
Yeah.
should be able to challenge your partner, right?
Right.
So, all my peers know, if you come and holler at me or ask me a question, rather, I'm always gonna give you what I think is best for you,
Yeah,
right? I'm never
absolutely.
gonna tell you what I think is good for me.
Right.
I'm always gonna tell you what I think is best for you.
Yeah,
Now,
absolutely.
you might not agree with what I
Might not.
say, right? And I'm okay with that. I sleep well at night knowing that I always lead with love
Yeah.
and giving, people what I think is going to work for them in their best interest.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So if you
absolutely.
get mad at me because you ain't like the comment that I said, it's all right.
It's
You
all
know,
right. It's all right. It's
we'll
all
get
love.
past
It's
it. We'll
there,
get
though.
over
We
it.
get past it.
And you'll come back and be able to say, you know what, I didn't agree with it, but
Right.
I knew you was trying to help me out. You know? So,
Absolutely.
And it's
yeah,
gonna
I'm
help-
never,
it's
yeah,
gonna
it's
help
never
you
going to
in
be
the
a
end.
yes, man.
No. For the most part, most of us, I mean, if you ain't, like we always say on here, bro, you'll see. If people ain't around, if something ain't, you most likely this little circle of ours, and most of it, it's little circles here and there, but for the most part, it's one big circle. most of us we make each other accountable for the most part. And if some people, the people that can't take it, they stop coming around. Because like I say all the time, baby, when it's on you, it's on you. Because y'all understand, it be on me.
Every day.
We had a time where it was on you a lot.
Yeah.
Still
It
is.
be on me. When it's on me, I take the fire. I take the fire because it be on me. But for the most part, this is my little accountability bug right here. You know what I'm saying? Right?
/ therapist.
Fast therapist. I gotta pay you like 2 cents an hour.
You play it all when you a good friend.
Seriously.
You play it off, financial
I
accountant.
don't even gotta say hi. I can't say hi to you sometimes. As soon as I walk up, listen to me.
When you're a good friend, you play it all.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Then I want to choke him.
I
But
got a question for you, right?
I don't know if it's gonna be as good as S's.
You know what I mean?
It might be. Come on, surprise me. Will.
Okay,
Maybe
so
have to think.
okay. I'll ask you. When you think back to those street days, what do you feel now? Like regret, pride, like growth?
Out of all of those words, the only one I would probably stick to is growth.
Growth.
I don't have any regret. I don't live with regret.
Yeah.
Anything that I've done or do, I'm able to take it as a lived experience, lesson learned, because things that you go through in life always show up later on in some capacity, right? It may not be the exact same thing,
but it
right? But that lesson that you learned does show up somewhere else down the road. So for me, it's growth, right? Because I've been able to take the things that I've learned from those past days or past experiences and actually have been able to use them in my professional journey, right? Things that we call cultural capital. Certain things that we learn innately through our upbringing, right? Which are things that many of our counterparts have never experienced. So when we get in certain rooms, I'm able to tap into that and use it to my advantage to help me navigate those rooms that I'm in. So everything that I would say would be growth.
You could be in any room. Yeah, you know
would be growth for sure.
Yeah.
And definitely, when I think back, I always give credit to my ability to be loyal to the people and the things that I do. Right, that was something that I learned. And only to the right people, because you also have to learn how to,
you gotta navigate that.
remove people that are no longer for you in those certain spaces. But growth and loyalty are two things that I've been able to attribute to who I am now. That I take away from past experiences for sure.
Since forever.
Yeah.
Since forever.
Like, it don't matter. My people are my people.
Yes, sir.
And you're always going to be my people unless you give me a reason for you to be otherwise. But
absolutely.
With that, I'm going to, just like I'm growing, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that you are doing the same. Absolutely. Right? And I always hope that my energy and my proximity, right, is, something that helps my people continue to want to grow also. Right? We can't be in these same bubbles forever.
It stunts your growth.
Absolutely.
Stunts your growth.
Be stagnant.
Comfortability can sometimes be our worst
enemy.
Absolutely.
Baby.
Absolutely.
That's
why I like the quote of, you grow more when you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like allow me to be uncomfortable.
Got to learn how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Right.
Right? We all going to be in spaces that we don't feel like we belong or we shouldn't be in. But if you're in that room, you're there already for the reason that you're supposed to be there. You just got to feel confident enough to demand that room that you're in. You know what I'm saying? So, uncomfortability comes.
Being uncomfortable, in them hard times, something good gonna come out of that. When it's getting hard, that's when you know something good about that.
Which is the craziest thing
just
ever,
keep going forward. Yeah, you always tell me that, like, bro, you just get through it.
Because it's crazy how it happens.
But after this, it's over.
A whole bunch of bad shit happens.
And then boom.
And it's like
the light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
That's that saying.
The
light at the end of the
keep
tunnel.
going forward.
The tunnel could be very dark, but you keep moving forward. You'll end up seeing that light at the end.
And then you see what it was all worth.
Yeah.
And then, you feel even better because you stuck it through and you didn't give up on yourself.
And that darkness is the uncomfortability part.
Yeah.
Right? So many people are afraid of being uncomfortable, which is why we have so many people doing the same exact thing. You go around different neighborhoods, you see different people And it's like, wow, man. And it's just no shade to anybody.
Yeah.
But just saying,
The truth.
people could be doing a lot more if they were not so reluctant to be uncomfortable in certain situations. It's a lot of brilliant people in this city, right? A lot of brilliant people with a lot of amazing talents, and they just don't tap into them because they're afraid of being uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
And that's where
You're right. That's
it all,
the truth.
also where it comes in with having the right people around you, right? You got to learn how to build your tribe. When you build your tribe with the right people, it helps you. Those places, them times when you're a little uncomfortable and you unsettled, you got those people like, nah, don't worry about that. You know what I mean? You got it.
Yeah.
I know what you're capable of. Let's move forward.
Right.
But people don't have that. Or they have people that are trying to stunt
Speak
their
neg-
growth,
Yeah.
right?
Speak
Because
negativity
of their
into them.
uncomfortability, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Or they
And-
couldn't do it, so
yeah.
they want you to do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What is a message, my fault, what message would you give to your younger self or to when, like, it was all of us back then?
There's a quote that I live by right now. And had I known it some years ago, I probably would have preached it more to myself and definitely to my peers. And that quote goes, live part of your life like most people won't,
Yeah.
so you can spend the rest of your life like others can't. Right? Going back to literally what we were just speaking about, right?
Ow.
Because we are afraid of trying something new, we tend to just stay with the fold. And when we stay with the fold, what happens? We end up getting the same results as the fold. So if you take the time to actually just try something a little different, right?
Okay.
You can put yourself in a space where those people that were a part of that fold, you now exceed them. And it's not talking about being better than anybody, right? But you allow yourself to have more opportunities that could be presented, right? We had a lot of our peers who decided to go and get their CDLs and do the trucking thing. And a lot of them were afraid to do it when they finally took the step, right? And it was very uncomfortable for them because they had these classes that they had to do. They felt like they was going back to school, right? They was sacrificing the time outside and, being with the crew or whatever the case may be. But then that small window, right, of them living a part of their life like most people wouldn't, they now have their trucking businesses, right? They now have their CDLs. They're now making a lot of money, more money than they would have, in the past, right?
In the past,
so they can do more than they would have been able to do, right? So that's a quote that I live by, and I wish I had it,
Back then.
in my brain back then. Definitely, live part of your life like most won't, so you can spend the rest of your life like others can't.
You don't think you did that though, cuz?
I think I did, but I think.
I mean,
Because I was
some bruises along the way.
So that's the thing, right? I think because I was a first generation,
still got there.
everything, right?
Everything.
College student, everything. I took some steps, but I think I could have taken more if I had that embedded in my brain, right? I'm talking about opportunities to where I could have went to Morehouse or Howard University, but I stayed local. I could have moved to California for a professional experience, but I stayed local, right? And I don't, again, this is not a regretting, because I think I'm where I'm supposed to be, right? But I would have taken the chance to do something that most of my peers would have said, I'm not doing that. And I would have just done it just to see what happens. I think I have embodied that much later on in my life for sure, which is why I stand on that quote today. But I think if I had it in my brain a little early on, or if I wasn't so selfish with it, right? Even at that, when I did learn it, I would have shared that information.
Okay, I get it. Man, you talking to us like a real doctor.
Man, I love that. Like I use it. I tell my students that all the time, man. When they're struggling, and they're like, I don't know why I'm going to school or I'm doing this. It's like, this 4 years is this much of your life when you think about it in totality, right? Like it seems like it's a long time now because you're in it. But think about what this 4 years is going to do for the rest of your life, right? Once you have that degree, especially for the first generation students, those who are only in their family to go to college and get their degree, right? What this does for their family moving forward. You know what I'm saying? The trajectory of their family moving forward. So.
Yeah. I got a question, baby.
I got a couple of questions.
I was waiting for
Uh-oh.
I don't, I always only have a couple of questions.
Stop it.
I don't want to take away
For
from
real.
the conversation.
No.
No, I only say that because I don't know what y'all have.
It don't
planned.
matter. Let's go. Come on, you add to it.
One of my first.
You might ask most people. You're gonna ask what we got. Be in tune. Let's go. No, you do need to. Let's go.
My first question is, as it stands today, right now, in your life, what is your why?
So I'm glad you asked that question. For the record, does he ask questions typically?
Yeah.
Damn, I can't
And
take
it's
credit
always
for that.
good. And it's always good ass questions.
Can't take credit for that. Something I do also preach to my people is you got to know your why, right?
Yeah.
Your why has to be stronger than anything.
That you.
Absolutely. I don't care if you doing something because you want attention. That why better be, you better want all the attention in the world, right?
Right.
But to answer your question, my why is my sense of community and my love for family.
Yeah.
I'm a very family-oriented person.
Yeah.
So the things that I do really is to be able to be that person for my family and the community, that tangible person. Now that I have accomplished some great things, right? I think there's still more to be done, but some things I won't slight myself.
Yeah.
It's allowed me to be in rooms that has helped me gain knowledge that I can provide to my family and my community. And that's the real reason why, like I said, I'm a servant of service, right? And that's who I am. That speaks to my why.
Absolutely.
Right? Being able to provide information, knowledge, anything that is going to help upward social mobility for the people that I love, my family, and the community. I'm talking about, it could be a friend of a friend who has a son that's going to college and they want to, how do you do this or how do you handle that? Tell them to give me a call. I'm going to make sure you got the information so we can move forward.
Absolutely.
Right? So for me, it's being able to provide knowledge, insight, information, whatever you want to call it, But again, going back to just the acts of service.
That's his why.
So that. I get you just answered my question. I had another question.
Ooh, I killed two birds with one stone.
I was going to ask you, where does your willingness to be of service come from?
Yeah, it comes from family, from love, the community. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, and last question. Hopefully, how has where you're from affected the road you've traveled as far as your decision making?
See, that's it.
So where I'm from affected because I've been in rooms where people have heard of urban cities like Jersey City and have frowned their face upon what they think the inner city youth or any city individuals are like, right? There's this preconceived notion that if you are from an inner city like Jersey City, that you aren't intelligent, you aren't capable, right? You can't be in the rooms that you were in. So I use it as it's like a shield on my back, you know what I'm saying? So I love when I get into rooms and people are unfamiliar with where I'm from. And then when they ask, I get to proudly say with a smile, I'm from Jersey City, right? And I say it just like that. You from Jersey City? Yeah, I'm from Jersey City, right? Oh, I would have never thought. Well, tell me why you would have never thought. Because you don't think that people from Jersey City are intelligent enough to be in these rooms. They're capable to be in these rooms, or don't have the ability to demand the energy in these rooms. No, I'm gonna show you.
I see that.
And I'm gonna do it every room I walk in. And I'm a very
humble,
shy person. Right. If you know me,
most part.
I call myself an introverted extrovert. Right. I much rather be by myself. But if I'm in a room where I have to represent my people, you're gonna know I'm there. You're gonna know I'm there. Especially when it comes to this great city. So there's a lot of potential in this city. Again, I think it just takes more of us to be able to connect with each other, to help people see the greatness that they have within them. But I'm a proud resident of the city, and it's one of the first things I say when I identify myself in a room.
I got a question. So, you ever think you going to politics? Nah.
This like a real. We could talk real here, right?
I'm asking because you got the background. You got the.
People have asked me that. I'll be honest, and I've stopped swinging. No. And I'll say no because politics a dangerous game. It's dirty.
That
I'm
shit worse than
I'm a
the
very,
streets,
very,
boy.
very private individual. And anybody that knows me knows I like to keep my things
Yeah.
close to the chest,
Yeah.
unless it's things I want to be exposed to
Yeah.
share with the world,
Yeah.
right? But politics can be dirty, man.
I tell everybody that shit is worse than the streets.
I'm
It
trying
just
to
don't got
tell
no
you.
bodies attached to it.
For a person that don't like attention,
Yeah.
politics is the worst
Thing for you.
thing to be a part of. Because everything that you know and do,
Yeah.
is everything you love will
Yeah.
be out there in the world.
And that shit get bad,
Now-
especially when you running.
I don't mind getting into politics and being a support,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Somebody behind the scenes, right? But I don't
Yeah.
ever want to be I don't personally,
Don't wanna be
right?
the
This is
face
no
of money.
slight to anybody that
Yeah.
does it. I salute, hats off. Me personally, I just
You don't
can't
wanna
be.
do it.
Yeah, not me personally.
Yeah, I'm somebody. You can see it a little bit.
That shit bad.
Yeah.
Politics get.
I swear to God, I learned that
How they
shit.
say it get real messy.
I do. I learned that shit along the way
Yeah.
of doing the work we started doing when I started 4 years ago. That
Politics
shit
get real
bad,
messy.
bro.
Yeah.
I don't even. Sometimes I say to myself, like, I don't even know if I would have really got involved with mentoring and stuff like that if I knew all this shit was
That
political
was
like
going on,
this.
right?
Yeah.
Because you have amazing ideas and you just want to you doing it from the kindness of your heart,
Yeah.
right?
It
You want to
fucks
make
you-
things happen,
It fucks you every time.
and you'll have people that just.
It's about money for them.
It is.
It's
It
about
is.
face.
Capitalism is always a thing,
And-
right? So if they
yeah.
can capitalize off of this, something that you're doing,
The
or if they
blackmail.
feel like
Yeah.
you doing something that they want to be a part of,
Yeah. That's
The blackmail that come with it, the side deals, the backdooring, it's all for everybody's agenda.
so it's like what you
So-
see on the TV shows.
Yeah.
oh, it's real. What you see on the TV shows,
Even on top of
I ain't even touching it.
No.
even,
It's worse.
Nah, even on top
Ooh.
of like what Vaughn said, like having a good idea, pushing that shit through, and you at the finish line, the shit is in your hands, and
Yeah.
it being snatched away due to a favor somebody else owed to somebody else, or using people like what I say from what I see is how they use the kids and the elderly in our
Yeah.
community as picture props
Yeah.
when they're running for campaigns and stuff like that. And
Never
it's
been
just
in
a-
those areas, never ate in those areas, never sat in those areas, never conversed.
Yeah.
Only time they been to your house is when they knocked on the door and asked you if you was gonna vote. But then
and ask for a
when they-
picture. But when they get in them positions
They say.
and they
Yeah.
oh, it's over after that. All that shit is out the window. Whatever they had in their book for lists,
Exactly.
that's a list to put out to the front.
Yeah.
That's not really their real list.
Mm.
And I always like as years went on and I learned that shit, and it's like, yo, as much as I do stuff from the kindness of my heart, I just take me personally, I take the L from it because I won't ever lose my morals because
Your
you
values
want
are
me to
important.
do that shit.
Yeah.
So if you feel like I'm not aligning with what you got going on
Yeah, it's
and I
cool.
gotta lose my morals, it's
Yeah.
cool. And if you feel like you gonna go get the skeletons out my closet,
Yeah.
I'm good. My story built off that.
Understand?
So
Yeah.
I could stand in that.
Talk your shit.
I
man.
could, I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
But I don't like it.
Yeah.
I never knew the work we was gonna start doing came with that.
Yeah.
let's swerve away from politics because we've been on.
Like, come
You know what I'm saying?
Tuesday,
Yeah.
come Tuesday, be a skeleton out.
Oh, okay, so what are some habits you had to break along your transition?
You know what? It's a talent question. That's you doing a good job. I'm really surprised. He did these on his own?
No, that's Shawnee.
Well, either way. Good job. Good
You
job.
thought we was gonna go some other way. This is where we going.
No.
man.
I told you
I
I
was
had
with whatever
to.
way we're going. I'm loving the question.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some things. Say it one more time, just so I make sure I'm answering it
What are
correctly.
some habits you had to break along your transition?
Procrastination,
Can't
of
get away
course,
from it.
being one. Procrastination.
Can't get away from
Please
it.
take that away from me.
Staying, being in my own way, right? When it comes to trying to do things, like preventing myself from doing things just because of, maybe the sense of imposter syndrome, right? Which is basically you feeling that you don't belong in certain spaces, even though you do.
I just
right?
diagnosed myself with that.
You die, right? Because imposter syndrome will tell you that you don't belong in rooms, you shouldn't be around certain individuals. There are conversations that shouldn't be had with you around, right? Because whatever self-doubt or insecurity that you have, right?
I diagnosed myself.
But definitely procrastination, and also, which is something,
The doctor.
two things that I'm still struggling with, but I've gotten better with. One, is learning how to say no.
Mm.
Right? Learning how to say no.
Choking.
And what I mean by that is realizing that sometimes it's okay to be selfish with yourself, right? We talk about self-care, self-love, right? And sometimes when you are
I'm telling you.
that person in your family, you
That's how I
become
know.
the everything for the family. I'm talking
That's
about,
why we
I don't
click,
have a
'cause
degree in
we-
financial
Yeah.
literacy or budgeting, but I'm the banker for my family.
Yup.
You know what I'm
We talk
saying?
about
I
that
am
every
I'm
conversation
the
we-
planner
not-
for my
That's
family.
it.
I am, all of those things. And I don't say that as though I'm not thankful for being the one that my people can come to. But I'm saying that to say that many times you can be pulled in so many different directions that you can drain the energy from yourself,
So-
and you don't have enough to give back to yourself, right? So learning how to say no is something that I'm still working on. And then lastly, realizing that you can't save or help everyone. Because I'm, again, that person who wants to serve and assist all of my people
Gift
all
and
the
a curse.
time. You know what I'm saying? Realizing that sometimes people are their own individuals. You can give them the tools, right? You can give them the resources, but if they decide not to act on those things that you provide, and you got to realize that sometimes you got to take a step back from people, and let people do their thing. Door will always be open,
Always.
right? If needed or if necessary, but
Got
I can't
boundaries,
be that
yeah.
person to always pour into you.
I need to
There's
be poured
this,
into.
we talk about mental health.
Yeah.
And I take all the love that we are talking about, but a lot of times because you are considered the strong one, right, or that person, people neglect to check on their strong friend, right? So I had to learn how to prioritize myself in order to continue to be of service to the people that I love, because if I don't, then I'm not able to provide the way that I want to provide, right? So learning how to say no, and definitely realizing that I can't save and help every single person.
I think all of our conversations, most like if I call you and you call me, that's what it's about. Cuddy, they called you and said, do this, you do that. Now they told you to do it first. Or it's because you can't save everybody. You gotta just worry about you. Just
Yeah, and I'm not saying you don't be
the service.
a person that can assist, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes
It's okay.
you
to
go
say
above
no.
and beyond for some
Yeah.
people that either
Won't do it for
don't,
you.
yeah. And I'll be honest, when I do things, I don't do it with hopes of reciprocation. I do it really just because I can, right? But it does upset me when I do. Like, my time is
Valuable.
my most valuable asset, right? That is, money doesn't, I love money, but money doesn't bother me. It doesn't matter to me. It's my time. So if I'm investing my time into you, it bothers me when I feel like I've invested something and I'm not getting a return. And the return doesn't have to be you doing something for me. The return is you bettering yourself or using what I'm giving you in order to move forward.
For our relationship.
Yeah. Not even for the relationship,
No,
just
I'm
for
saying
you to
everything in
move forward.
friendship, whatever
just
it is.
to be able to move forward, whatever it
we
is
got.
that you are trying to do. If I've invested myself in time to give you the websites, the research, whatever the case may be, and you don't use it to reach the goal of what you, then I feel like I wasted my time. And that's I have problems with that sometimes. That's something I struggle with, actually.
I got a sidebar question, right? Do you have any mentees?
I pick up mentees every day. Every day. There's not a day that go by and I don't get a call like, hey, somebody looking for, I thought about you and I felt like you'd be a good person for this person.
Yeah.
And I welcome it. You know what I'm saying? And I welcome it because, when you are a mentor, people sometimes think that when you are a mentor for a person, you're a mentor for every single thing, right? Sometimes you are a mentor for specific things, right? So I'm always willing to help because a person might be leaning on me for something specific. It may not be for everything going on in their life, but it may be something that I can provide that they want to lean on me for. So I'm constantly in rotation with mentees. Sometimes my mentees provide me or bring me mentees.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, do your thing.
I'm good, bro.
Yeah, do your thing.
I'm sorry, bro.
I might put you in a headlock.
You said a lot of stuff that's hitting me, bro.
I need the count for how many times he asked questions. I need that count. All right, go ahead.
No, but this, he
I know it's still early in an episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you are a private person,
Yes, sir.
right? So do you think it's important to tie your two worlds together, or keep them separated? Or like what I mean by that is, we did say your last name, let's say Dr. W.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you Dr. W, but you won't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like, are you both of those, or do you like say, now over here on this, over here on that? Or are you just always...
I always try to show up as my authentic self.
Right.
So who I am is who I am. The title is just an addition, right? Like, even when I meet people and they but when they call me that, I'm like, just it's Vaughn, right? Because that was something that I felt I needed in order to put me in a space that I can assist my people. I don't need my people to give me that accolade, right? Do I appreciate it? Absolutely. I won't shy away from it. But it was for them, which is why I did it. So it's really more or less with respect to those other rooms, right? That I want to make sure that title holds weight because it allows me to be in those rooms. But I always try to show up even in those spaces, even though they have to call me Dr. Vaughn is still present in every space that I'm in, right? Even for my students, right? I think I'm able to attract mentees or have good relationships because they realize that no matter, even though I show up in this space, maybe the way that I dress or how I present, I'm still the same person.
But that too. But you can give the best of both worlds. You can give the street side. You can give whatever other side. Whatever side they need, you can give it to them. So they might not think you relate in a lot of areas. From the outside looking in, it's like you say, okay, you call me Dr. Vaughn, but at the end of the day, still I'm Vaughn. I can give you two sides of it. I can give you this side and that side.
It's always great when you run into like some students or youth like on your off day.
Right? And they see you
when you're in a Nike tech. You know what I'm saying? You got some shorts on, right? They see you got tattoos on. Oh, how you know my uncle? Or I grew up with your uncle, right? Sometimes that helps bridge gaps as well. But I always show up as my authentic self in every room I'm in.
Do you find yourself having to have that conversation with people because you are a man of the community? So do you find? Because I find myself having to have the conversation of, dog, you could be this and that. You know what I'm saying? Do you find yourself having a similar conversation?
Yeah, especially talking about what it means to have the ability to code switch, right? Don't get me wrong. Sometimes, I may use a certain vernacular depending on which crowd I'm upon, right? And then knowing that, I can't use or I should not use text talk when I'm in rooms that, influence can be made, right? Or I could have influence in, right? So having that ability to code switch is something that's, imperative as well. But it doesn't deter me from being who I am, because that's always, and I think a lot of people can attest to that. And that might be one of the strongest attributes that I've had is that I've always been the same person consistently, right?
Forever.
And it's not like I'm trying to be somebody that I'm not. This is who I am.
Who you are forever.
This is my last question.
No last question. That's all the questions you're on, brother.
Because the cards is down. I'm picking back up.
You use the term code switch, and that normally carries a negative connotation.
Does it?
Sometimes.
Okay.
People are like, oh, you're just trying to be, you feel me? Or you talk like, you feel like in certain situations, in certain rooms. So could you just speak to the people that are listening how important it is? Because it does.
Yeah, you got to know how to be.
It does require, like, you got to carry a level of professionalism and know how to speak.
But that's exactly what you're saying. It's the professionalism part, right?
Right.
Code switching, I don't think it carries a negative connotation more so than people not having a proper understanding of what it is. Right? So when you talk about code switching, you're just talking about your abilities to navigate any room that you're in, right? And it doesn't mean that you're acting this way or you're trying to pretend to be this way. It means you understand the room and the environment that you're in, and you make sure that you adapt to be able to get everything you need. Not even necessarily to the environment, but be able to adapt to obtain everything that you need to get out of that space that you're in, right? So if you are in a bank, right, you have to talk numbers, you should be able to code switch and understand your ability to talk numbers with the banker that you're working with, right? If you are talking to the maintenance individuals, your ability to code switch to understand the words that they are saying and things that they're going on in their world, those things, that's something that's important to be able. But I don't. If it does have a negative connotation, I don't think it should. I think people just need to have a better understanding of it.
Exactly. I don't think it should carry a negative connotation. I think it should be used as a tool.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because we even say that about the kids around here. Like, they don't, like, not kids around here. I'm sorry, but like kids in your neighborhood. Like, you have to know how to. You could be out here all day and know the slang of the streets. But when you go somewhere and you need to learn how to carry yourself, like at an interview, or you going somewhere you have to speak to people, you should know how to switch it on and switch it off.
Right.
You should know that.
First impressions can be very.
That's everything.
Very.
You get what I'm saying? Like you said with your students, they see you in Nike Tech. They hear you talking to us, they be like, "That's Dr. Oh, how he know them? How he talking?" You know how to. But
that speaks to the code switching and being a positive, right? Because if we think about it on the other side of it, my ability to code switch and speak the language of the community helps me relate and connect to those, right? Because it depends on how you're looking at the code switch. I'm code switching to this side, or I'm code switching to the other side, right?
Either way, it's good.
Either way, I'm having that ability to code switch and knowing the space that I'm in and knowing how to navigate that space.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Did I answer that question?
Yes,
sir.
Phenomenal. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Who's on?
I'm sorry.
Al?
Bro, ask your questions, please, bro.
Right.
Please.
I just
He
wanna,
do this
I just
every
need the
episode.
count,
We be
man.
like, bro,
I
you
just
could
need
go.
the
No,
count.
you got him.
I got him. Yes.
Because you know what it
Yes.
is. Like, I wanted to say this. We have, like, just think about in our circle, right? And I said there's a lot of circles around within our circles, but just in our, like, our circle, bro, compared to, I'm not gonna say like this block, that block, but our circle compared to like the city, we have a lot of positive like a lot of positive people and a lot of people in our circle that are really doing shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, really helping the community. You're a firefighter, you're a doctor, you help in our circle, we have a lot of things going on, bro.
Man,
nothing but motivation.
real, man. And
I'm
to
telling
see
you.
the growth is amazing, right?
What?
We
Where
talking
we come
to
from,
what
bro?
what we call
Al?
Lonnie,
Yeah,
right?
like,
Whatever you want to
come
call
on,
him,
bro.
right?
I be saying that. He be trying to, come on, bro.
I always make sure I give him his flowers and his credit because he could have easily done something completely different. Right? And changed his direction and has become a positive influence amongst our community, right? So that's growth
crazy.
Is a key thing,
we
man.
always out here together, everybody.
Absolutely.
And that's crazy.
Everybody find their lane.
Just within our, you could say about other parts of the city, this person doing this, but in our circle of ours, it's a lot in there.
Yeah.
We don't really tap into it as much as we could and can, but when you think about it, it's a lot in there. There's a lot going on in there. We don't tap into it. There's a lot going on in there. So we probably could take over a lot of parts of what's going on positively in the city.
That's the conversation for another day because we should be tapping into it.
I'm telling you, we got too much within our circle, bro. And not to say nothing, like most of the people that's from our circle and us, anywhere in the city you go, they know who we are, bro. We have a lot that we can really tap into. You got examples and everything. Now, if we really tap into it, we can really touch and do some things with what we have, just with what we have.
So maybe the next episode that
you get what I'm saying? That's real though.
What we should be doing.
I don't know if you ever, but in our circles, bro, we have what it takes to even. It ain't gotta be. It could be whatever. Politics could be in Shawnee Lane. It could be in talking to these kids and doing shit. We have within us, just us, enough to do a lot. Because it's the main things, huh?
I'm not doing politics stuff.
No, I'm not saying politics. I'm just saying just the way it is. Like we wouldn't need nobody to fund us.
I don't mean to cut you off, but we also got to get to a point where we are no longer talking about these things and trying to actually make these things happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying, in us,
we are here.
We strong, bro.
We need to be doing a lot more too.
We really strong. And I'm just sitting here thinking about that. Just looking at Al and where you come from and your story. Everybody's story is like. These are questions that I really could ask 3 people that was out here. Do you feel like you can get into politics? Or you feel, just not saying y'all want to, but for me to be able to ask you that, like, and see it, that you can really get into politics with what you have going on, that's a lot. You might not want to do it, but if somebody asking you that, like, bro, you ever think you get in politics? That's great for somebody to be able to ask you that. You get what I'm saying? Do you consider yourself, or ask y'all, do y'all really want to get into it and help and do what y'all need to do in the community?
So I'm gonna take that as a badge of honor moving forward.
That's a badge of honor.
I'll take it as a badge
That's
of
a
honor.
badge of honor. I can see y'all doing that. What we have within us and just us, we can really do it. We wouldn't have asked for nothing. We wouldn't need. They would be coming to us. We the main things around here. With every which part in our circle, we got a lot going on.
I don't disagree.
And we sat down and really got, man, it's a lot, bro. Niggas can't compete with us when it come to that. Like, we talk to each other, we around each other.
And I feel
It's
like
there.
I feel like everybody just do their thing.
Everybody
right?
just doing their
in
thing.
the sense of when it comes to giving back to the community.
Yeah,
right?
everybody's doing it.
Like, for example,
individually.
I go do some shit in the community, and we like, why you ain't call me? I could have recorded, put it on the page.
She ain't
and I'd be
doing
like,
it.
bro, we could get it next time.
Yeah.
Because this is something,
It's something
that
you just do.
I do it damn near like on a daily basis.
That's altruism. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Not doing it for looking at something in return. You're doing it because of the.
And I'm
it's
shy
something
like
that's on your
you.
heart. It's passionate
Yeah.
about it.
So
yeah.
like even with being with SB, right? SB record everything.
Yeah.
It's SB in that phone.
Yeah.
But even when SB do it and we together and we doing stuff, SB is a networking animal.
Yeah.
Like that man know how to
Yeah.
network, and
But-
he's himself in every
Yeah.
room, and he know how to get the connections that we need for everything.
Yeah.
I'm shy,
Yeah.
so he'll go put the camera on me, and I'm like, bro, nah,
Yeah.
like, all right, you showed that I'm here.
Yeah.
Nothing else that we're
That boy not
doing.
a network, though.
But I'm shy like that too, and I had to recently learn that. Because as B used to say to me a lot, like, yo, you smart. Like, talk up in rooms. I'm more of an observer, especially when we going in new rooms, right? I'm trying to see what's going on. I'm watching people body language. I'm watching stuff people say. I'm watching how they look at us, because how we coming in there, how we dress. And then once it's like somebody introduces to what we do, everything changes. Oh, y'all do? Oh, look, we need y'all help. And then the conversation ends with, y'all need anything, call us. Right? So it's like me trying to open up to still being laid back and observe stuff, but at the same time to speak up.
Yeah, you have a voice.
Right.
And you have a
And
very,
I don't-
you have
I
a
can
very
honestly
unique
say I don't
voice,
use it a
right?
lot, and that's my fault.
I mean that to say, who you are, the things that you have done, the things you've accomplished, your lived experience will resonate with individuals that a lot of us can't connect with, right? So if you aren't speaking up, then there's a community of people that won't be able to receive what they could from that group that you are working with, right? Because they don't hear your voice. Your voice is very powerful. I tell you that all the time. You are a strong leader, right? And you know, just have to tap into that and realize for yourself, because people pay attention. You know, we all watch what you do. We all pay attention to the work that you do and the moves that you make. And because people don't necessarily tell you all the time, you know, sometimes we don't even realize that we're being so impactful in the lives of other people. Even for me, you know, things that you have done I've paid attention to and used to benefit to myself. You know what I'm saying? So when you are in those spaces, you know, I'm not saying you gotta be the loudest person in the room all the time, right? But you do have a voice, and your voice does matter. For sure.
And that's something I'm trying to work on, honestly.
This, all right, man. I like this energy, man. It's the energy.
And I heard what you said.
Who on the next question?
I think it's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Let's making sure it's the right one. So doctorate, that's major. What was the hardest part of reaching that and obtaining that degree?
The most challenging thing for me was probably how my social life really had to slow down a lot. Obtaining a degree isn't very challenging. Let me not say very challenging. It is challenging, but it's not the most difficult portion of it. Is really learning or understanding that you have to make sacrifices in order to obtain that degree and that certification. And one of the biggest sacrifices for me was definitely carving or cutting out a lot of my social life. So I couldn't be outside as much. I couldn't, really be as engaged in community affairs the way that I wanted to, and that's actually where I learned how it's okay to be selfish with myself, right? Because while I was having those trying moments while trying to obtain a degree, I still had people that was like, oh, I need.
Still showing up for
I
family.
need, and I was still showing up, but it was at a detriment to me trying to finish my degree. And I had to learn, it's okay to say no and really just take care of myself and accomplish my goal. And then when I do that, then I can be a better service to those people, that feel like they need me. So definitely, like, my social life slowed down a lot. Because I just couldn't really be outside, quote unquote, the way that I really kind of wanted to be or was accustomed to being.
Yeah, ain't no Dr. Vaughn was outside.
I had my outside time.
Yeah, outside with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He can't help himself.
Uno King, man. Uno King.
What?
Uno King. That's all I'm gonna say.
What's the longest paper you ever wrote?
The longest paper?
Because I had a criminal justice class, and son made me write a 26-page paper. You're a doctor, so I know you got that.
He's saying 26.
My
50?
dissertation paper research was close to 300 pages.
God.
Woo!
Front and back?
Dang, you gotta make me look it up to tell you exactly, but very close. Very close.
Oh, I would have stopped at that very moment.
You say that, but you say that, but once you are engulfed in the research and you're passionate about what it is that you're writing
You
about,
don't rock it out.
you ain't even counting the pages. You just doing the work, and then it just turns into whatever it's going to turn into. Yeah.
Turn 3.
Good.
Al, if you don't, I'm about to choke you after this.
I don't want to take over.
You not taking over.
Come on, man.
But you hit points that we
That
don't
we already
hit.
got on here. Go ahead.
What would you say to a person who does get discouraged by that conversation? Like, you might have to write an X amount of page paper. Like, people that's just, for lack of a better term, scared of education.
Or scared of education, or scared of like pursuing like higher educational
The work that you
master's
have to
degree.
do, the work that has to take place.
So I'm a advocate for my people pursuing their doctoral degrees, right? I think it's major, especially if you have the opportunity to do it. I always say, for me, and I'll tell you a story, I had no idea that there were terminal degrees or you could be a doctor of something else outside of medical doctor.
I didn't know that neither.
So,
other, like, not you, but
so
seeing
in elementary and high school, I was always confused as to why they called Dr. Epps, right? Shout out to Dr. Epps. And I never seen the man in a white coat, right? But I always felt like it was a dumb question to ask, so I never asked the question. I'm like, well, he must go and
after
do some surgery and stuff after work. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He might just change your heart or something. Like, you know what I mean? I never understood it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I got into college and I connected with my fraternity and some great people. Shout out to Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. That I learned that you can have terminal degrees and other things, right? Like doctors of psychology, doctors of education, dental doctors, juris doctors, lawyers, right? So I state when I went to do mine, what was important for me was building a tribe, connecting with people that either had the experience or was going through the experience, so that I could have that back and forth or somebody to vent to or whatever the case may be. Because when you're going to get this degree, it's a very, very isolating feeling, right? Because you're more than likely going to be one of the only people in your proximity that is going for this degree. Yeah. So you could talk to your people about what happened at the club, about what happened on the basketball game. You could vent about those things. But when it comes to your studies, your research, the things that you're writing, you don't feel like you have that connection, right? So if you're able to build a tribe, that really helps. But, try not to be discouraged in doing the work, because it has happened and people have done it, right? And if people have done it, that means it's possible. I went from literally having one doctor in my phone, right? One doctor, my general physician, to now there's not a day that goes by that I'm not speaking to a doctor. Like my normal or regular conversation is with a doctor every single day, right? And once I started to gain those individuals, I utilized them to help me navigate that space. You know what I'm saying? So, if you are able to build a tribe, or at least get out of that that mindset that you can't ask for help, right? That'll help people go a long way in that journey.
Ooh. Yeah.
I could keep talking.
Yeah, keep going, baby.
Was it always education for you, or did you consider?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I wouldn't. You asked me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm about to say like 10 years ago. I got to go back further than that. 20 years ago, right? If I saw myself being in education, I'd say no.
No.
My grandmother was a teacher. My uncle was a teacher. I grew up with teachers. I did
Oh, yeah,
not
yeah,
want
they
to
all-
be
yeah.
a teacher.
Everybody. Don't,
But what I
that's
did
something.
learn is being an educator doesn't mean you have to be specific. You specifically have to be in a classroom, right? An educator is somebody who can provide knowledge, not necessarily textual knowledge, but just knowledge to other individuals that are beneficial to their well-being, right? So when I went to pursue my degrees, this is just full transparency. I thought I was gonna be the next Pharrell or Timbaland, coming out of Jersey City.
Hey, yo.
I'm like, shout out to Illa and Knox. I
Yeah.
thought I was gonna be the next Timbaland. So I didn't really have a strong desire to go to college initially. I really did it for my mom because I didn't want to hear her mouth or her be on top of me or being like, you're not gonna be outside, doing these things. So I'm like, I'm gonna go and get a degree in something that I'm passionate about. At that time, it was engineering.
Yeah.
So I went to Bloomfield College, shout out to Bloomfield College, to pursue an engineering degree. And obviously, I didn't become
Engineer.
the next Timbaland Pharrell. Right? So I went on and something else that I was passionate about because I always tend to follow my passions.
Yeah.
At that time where I had graduated, a lot of my peers were being incarcerated for things, sometimes wrongfully incarcerated. So I wanted to learn how I could be of service to those who were trying to better themselves or keep themselves out of trouble. So I went back to NJCU and pursued my degree in criminal justice. But one thing that I will say is that you can't run away from your purpose. Your purpose always finds you, right? So even though I told myself I wasn't going to be in education, my first real professional career or employment opportunity was as a substitute teacher. I started at Snyder High School, went to 38 School, then went to 17. But while I was there or doing that work, I found myself shifting out of the classroom and going into more of a counseling component. Being able to speak or connect with some of the youth that was having trouble in school that a lot of the educators couldn't connect with. Being able to assist some of the parents from the community with trying to navigate some of the things or the nuances that were taking place in the school system that they weren't having trouble understanding. And that kind of led me into education. And then what lastly kind of kept me there was when I joined my fraternal organization. My sophomore year in college, I joined or became a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. And the things that I learned from being a part of that or having that membership, leadership, brotherhood, perseverance, right? I realized I wish I had someone like myself in my life that was able to give that information to me. So that's what kind of led me into higher ed and education. Is being able to, again, it goes back into that acts of service, to provide resource, knowledge, and info to people that I think would benefit from it, because I know I would have, for sure. My bad, I know I was a little long-winded with that one, but...
Listen, man.
I think we all learned.
We all learn.
You got
You know what's
stuck.
crazy? We family, and I know most of this stuff, but I'm still listening like it's my first time.
Apple ain't blink.
Apple say, yo, he talk about my whole life.
I know App for a long time, man. That's my brother.
Long time. Yeah, it's there, man. Yo, Shorty, I go, you doing for
It's
me. Yeah.
So I got 3 questions I want to ask you specifically about your new role
Okay.
at NJCU as a director. The first one is, what does it mean to you now to be a director at a university in your hometown?
It means a lot. So I since starting this position, I have now had the opportunity, pleasure, and honor to professionally work at every institution that I received a degree from. Right?
Congratulations.
Coming back to NJCU, I think, was a full circle moment for me, because for me, it told me that every journey that I've taken, every degree that I've obtained, helped bring me back to this very moment, right? And then to this very position, because this position allows me to bridge the community, the greater community, with the institution. And NJCU is a gym, right? It's right in our backyard. But a lot of us overlooked that institution because it was so close, and they didn't really connect with the community the way that they could have, right? And that just, whatever reasons that was, it's just kind of how it was. So for me, being able to now come back and maybe potentially be that bridge between a community institution is, I guess the word is like serendipity, right? It's super cool.
Super cool guy, Cuddy.
I appreciate that, man.
For real. You know you always been like, you know what I mean? When Cuddy come, it's like, yeah, let me see what's on your feet, Cuddy. That's all I used to do. That little sneakers you had. But yeah, man. Huh?
I said 3, and it's really only 2. My fault. So this is the last one. Do you feel like your presence at NJCU changes the narrative for students who might come from where we do?
I don't know, but I would hope that it would, right? I guess we would have to ask some students to see, if they feel that way.
Yeah.
But I would hope that my presence not only helps strengthen the student body that's currently there, but definitely as I continue to do my outreach with our high schools and our elementary schools, that it does the same for potential incoming students as well.
Knock this episode out of the box.
Right on, brother. Right on.
Boy, don't take shit serious, yo.
Hey, yo. We got one more?
No, I said 3.
It's those.
Huh? Oh, you finished?
Yeah. I was asking, but I had that. That's
Wow.
yeah.
I need the count marker for Al's questions. I'm serious. All right.
He answered that.
I got a lot. I still ain't.
Let's do it, brother. Let's do it. I love the dialogue.
No,
Let's do it.
Go.
No, Al, you know
No,
what?
these for the these for the end. So go.
for the
Like
end. I
love the
these the
dialogue.
close out
But
ones. So go ahead.
So Al, he answered this that I have. So go ahead.
This is not necessarily a serious question.
Yeah.
Ask the question,
Still a
brother.
question.
Let's
You
go
know,
for it. Yeah.
You just used the word. You just used the word serendipity.
Yeah. I hope I used it correct.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I often try to find ways to work words into conversation. Like I really want to be able to use the word specificity. I can't even say it. I want to be able to work that into a conversation. Like, do you have a favorite word, bro?
A favorite word? Oh man, do I have a favorite word? Trying to think, or do I have a favorite word that I might rely on or go to a lot?
Right.
Oh, you might have stumped me, Al. Do I have a favorite word?
It's just one of the things you just try to work into conversation. Or you
No,
just
you know
might
what?
see it just casually.
One thing about me is I try to do a word a day or a word a week if I can, depending on what's going on. Yeah, so if I get a word, I'm trying to work it in, right? Because I always want to expand my lexicon, right, and not get into the habit of using the same words, repeating myself over and over again. Sometimes you get lost in translation when you are like just using the same words instead of being able to describe things with different words, right? So I can't think of one word in particular that I've been trying to. Ask me this next week, and I get my word tomorrow.
Yeah.
When I get my word of the week tomorrow, I see what I come up with. Yeah.
That's what's up. Representation matters. Like somebody just asked you a question about influencing the incoming students and things like that. Do you find yourself recommending? No, because what works for you, and it might not necessarily work for somebody else. Do you feel a duty to push people that look like us or you
Forward
into the arena that you had to go into as far as education and just things like that? Because it's not a lot. A lot of times people say things like, "Oh, in a couple of years, college is going to be a nothing," and people are going to lean more towards plumbing and electrician.
Like
Yeah.
trade school and stuff.
Like trade,
Trade
right?
schools and things like that.
I think that's always been a conversation, though.
Always.
Right,
'Cause
I don't
you're
think that's
always gonna
something
need those
new,
people
right?
like
Because,
you. Without people like you,
you know,
then what?
trade school is, that's great work. It's
Everybody for
it's
something.
important work, right? I think when people think of education, they only think of textual knowledge, right? But even you learning a craft is still you obtaining an education. Right?
Yeah.
So I always try to push people to move toward becoming more educated,
Yeah.
right? I don't care what it is that you have a passion about, right? You could want to be an entrepreneur. Then let's educate ourselves so that we can become the best entrepreneur possible. If you want to go into a trade, same thing.
Yeah.
Educate yourself so you can be
Gotta pass.
the
You gotta
go-to
educate
person,
the pass, yeah.
right? When it comes to that trade, right? If you are trying to become a lawyer or a psychiatrist, any of those things, then going into higher ed is going to be a path that you will need in order to obtain the certification and make that happen. So then let's become more educated in those things as well, right? So it really just depends on what people are trying to do. I think it's my obligation to make sure that I help push people forward, and not be the person that's pulling people back, right? But using whatever information or resource that I have to help move forward, no matter what it is that you're trying to do.
I got a question I want to ask you. This personal.
Shoot.
Like, not with you, like with me. But I want advice from you. A lot of times, I always send you, like, positive messages and say stuff to you. Because for me, just like what Wu said, like, you're an inspiration. Especially from back then, the stuff we used to do, right?
You are one of my only people that check in on that strong friend. I gotta give you that. You give me,
appreciate it.
there's a very small circle of individuals that do that. Who was definitely a part of that crew. But when I get messages from you, it makes my heart smile for real. Because a lot of times it comes at a left field for me, right? I'm not expecting it, so it brings joy when you do those things for sure. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
That's my nigga. Tell me that's my nigga.
But it was also for me though, like, you realizing that people are always watching you, right? Even your peers when you don't think they are, right? You kind of move in your own silo and do your own thing, right? But sometimes when your peers be like, that's so like reassuring when you hear your people say, I see you. You know what I'm saying? Like I see what you got going on. I value what you got
all
going
the
on.
time.
You know what I'm saying? Even man, I've had people that I've had issues with. You know what I'm saying, in the past. And I walk up, or they walk up to me, and I don't know what kind of conversation, what's about to transpire. But then they extend the hand, you know what I'm saying, of just appreciation, like, yo, man, whatever quarrels we had in the past, we dead on that. But, I appreciate all the work that you're doing because you helping my son, or you helping, those things, so, when you hear those things, it's great to hear.
I relate to that. Because, like, throughout my whole recent transition, the most randomest people, or people that I wouldn't expect, be like, yo, and I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, I respect, like, the move you made. Like, keep going. And it be coming, sometimes it come people that's, like, still in the streets doing stuff. Or just people that you don't know that's watching you.
Yeah.
Like, I had a friend recently who I'm close with. And we just was talking about stuff. And he was like, yo, you would never know, but, like, you're my role model. And I'm like, yo, we kind of doing the same thing. And he like, nah, Sean, you done took the shit to another level. And it came from the board member conversation, matter of fact. And he was like, even though we do the same thing, he like, every time we talk or we around each other, it's something else. And like, you're my role model, and you really make me see, like, it's really much more that we can do regardless of where we came from.
Yeah.
So I feel the same way, like, when it comes to stuff like that.
And you can't take those things for granted either.
Right.
It takes a lot for people to say things like that
Right.
to you. So if they do, that means it comes out of strong admiration and respect for what it is that you're doing. So
Right.
when you hear things like that, you gotta poke your chest out, smile, and really be thankful. For to the man above for giving you the ability to do things that you're doing, so people can actually see the work that you're putting forward.
Absolutely.
Oh, but you had a question,
Right.
Yeah.
So even though I work a lot, right? And I want the advice from you because I value what you say. I respect you and everything that you do. What advice would you give me? Because I want to go back to school. However, I have I feel like with time management, I'm good. That's why I'm able to work so many jobs, because I know how to find a way. But I feel like the fear of being out of, like the last time I was in school was right after I came home. I went to Hudson County for like 2 semesters, and then I just stopped. And it wasn't no issue with it. Like I passed the 2 semesters, but I just stopped. But now I feel like in the work that I'm doing, I feel like I should go back to school to get the knowledge, to get the degrees, and just be able to learn more in those spaces, to be
To be in
able to
different rooms.
provide
Like
in
you
different
said.
rooms and offer more to the youth. And not even just the youth, because like when I was working in the jail and like working with the inmates, that was a whole different experience for me, right? So yeah, with the fear and
What's the
just
fear, though? You never acknowledged what the fear was.
I think me being out of school so long, and I feel like I'm just automatically putting myself in failure. Like
Okay.
it's been so long, and then I make a lot of excuses of you do a lot, how you gonna do it. But personally, I know that I have the time to do it. So what advice would you give me?
Me? I'm gonna tell you, you need to do it, right? And I'm not saying that just as a cliche response, but you already know what you're supposed to do, right? And we talked about imposter syndrome, very loosely. When you feel like, dang, I'm gonna get back into space and I'm not gonna feel smart enough. I don't feel like I have the tools to succeed in these classes or whatever the case may be. But one thing I don't want you to slight yourself on is your lived experience, right? Because who you were as a student that 10, 15 years ago is different than who you are now. The lived experiences that you've had, your professional experience, all of those things will help contribute to how you approach your classes and your work moving forward, right? The only thing that you have to do is just put yourself in a space, right? We talked about being comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Right.
Is it going to be a little uncomfortable? Yes, because here's some things that we know for a fact, right? You haven't been in school for a long time. You're likely going to be, one of the oldest people probably in the classroom, right? And all those things will make you kind of feel, discouraged to be in it. But always think about, like Alameen said, the why, right?
Yeah.
Your purpose.
Gotta know
Why are
the
you
why.
doing this, right? And you know what your why is because you literally just stated it. Now you just have to make the steps in order to make that why possible and a tangible thing. So, for me, I'm going to support you and I'll tell you to make it happen, all right?
You could do
The
it,
first
man.
step is
You gonna
you just enrolling.
We're going to figure
All
it
right,
out.
I got you with everything else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Once you get the rhythm, it's gonna be like riding a bike.
Shawty
you know?
going to do it, man.
You just gotta
Hey.
make it happen.
I've
Come
been
on,
saying
bro.
it for
And
like
if
the
you
last
need me
2
to help
years.
You gonna do
get you
it.
into,
You
or be
figure-
an accountability
you
partner
gotta
for you
figure, bro,
registering, we're gonna
figure
make it happen. But
everything out.
only thing
You'll
that's
find the time.
stopping you from accomplishing your goal is, again, something else that we stated, is you being in your own way.
Yeah, that's it. You're going to do it. You're going to find the time. Even though
Yeah,
you,
I've
Well,
been
she said
saying
she
it
has
for-
the time,
That-
right?
no,
That's not
she
the
got-
thing.
she got
The
the
time is
time.
there.
But with Shawnee likes to, Shawnee shit got it.
She wanted to be aligned. They got
That shit
to
gotta be
line up
mapped
the right
out.
way.
Ain't no.
Yeah.
That's how she able to
Nothing
do
is
the
perfect.
shit and
Yeah,
the
my
time management
business.
that she do.
No
Time management.
such thing
She
as
manages
the right
her
time to do anything
very
that you
well.
necessarily want to do.
Yeah,
Right? You
very
just gotta
well.
want to do it.
You're gonna do it.
No such thing
You'll
as the
find
perfect time. You just gotta want to do it.
I'm gonna need your help with financial aid.
Ah, you got that.
Even though
And again,
you probably ain't gonna give
this
it to
is
me,
my
but
why,
Service.
right? My why. That is exactly why I've done what I've done. So I can be of service to you in that way.
Absolutely.
When it
Right.
comes to completing your financial aid, you ain't gonna sit there with mad question marks over your head and not knowing what to do. You can call me right up and say, I need to make this happen, and I got you.
Maybe I'll go back to them. Shit.
Come on, let's do
Why
it. Let's do it.
Why not?
Let's do it.
it's crazy because I really only want my associate's degree. But
Just
everybody that I
You
talk
say that
to,
now.
Shit, sticking
You
to
say
my
that now.
everybody I
motherfucking
talk to says
word. My
this.
thighs on.
You say that now.
Everybody I
Stick
talk
us when you hit my
to say
shit.
It
that.
happens.
Like you say that
It
now,
happens.
watch you after you get
It can
your
become
associate's degree,
addictive.
you
Yeah,
gonna go.
it can become addictive.
God damn. Yo, the leather, bro, my thighs. I had these little ass shorts
You
on my
trying to
shit.
have them
sticking
sexy
to-
legs out all
Bro,
day.
it's the biggest size we had in these shorts, bro. You don't understand what we went through.
It's your shorts. How is the biggest size you got
And
in
the
your shorts?
manufacturer, we ain't gonna get into all that.
Alright, my
We ain't even
bad.
gonna do that to the manufacturer, bro. We ain't even gonna do that.
Hey, what's up? You got something else for me?
Assalamu alaikum. I got a question for you, cuz.
Okay.
I got a question for you. What's next for you? Any projects, programs, another degree? What's next?
Black belt.
What's next?
No, I don't think another degree. I did actually think about going back to get my law degree,
Yeah.
but I think I need to chill on that.
Yeah.
What's next for me is hopefully a few things. I just recently started this position, so really get my feet grounded in the position, and start the work that I just spoke about recently about bridging the community with the institution, and doing some great things that can align for the institution as well as the community, and potentially, increase the enrollment for a lot of our inner city youth that may want to go to school but just don't necessarily have the resources or the tools, and connecting them with offices that can be of service to them in that way. Actually hoping to connect with a few other, something else I want to work on is, also I want to get back into a lot of my work in the community, right? Because of a lot of the transition that's been happening in my life, with the new jobs, school, all of those things, I haven't been as actively engaged in the community like I used to be, and I kind of want to get back into it, especially now that I'm home, right?
Yeah.
So do some more work. I'm hoping to make something happen with a couple of other doctoral degree holders from the city.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ibn, shout out to Keese, and put together a youth conference for the city. That's something that we're hoping to make happen now.
Let me know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll definitely participate in that.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad I said it here
Yeah.
and on this podcast, because now I get to hold myself accountable
Absolutely.
for making sure this actually happens.
Yeah, you my new accountability partner.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Al.
This is beautiful.
No, I just wanted to say thank you, bro, because
Yeah.
because a lot of times we don't understand that one of the biggest building blocks we have to bridging gaps is
It's connecting and communication.
You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like a lot of times, like Shawnee, you said you speak the language of the people, you speak the language of the communities, the people that come from where you come from, and that's very, very important because a big part of the breakdown that we have and why so much BS going on in the community is that we don't know how to talk to each other and these younger kids, and we just don't relate to them on their level. Type shit. They won't meet us at our level, so we'll have to meet them at our level and explain to them and communicate to them why it's so important for them to meet us at it, raise themselves
To
up
come to
our
this level, yes.
You know what I'm saying? So we could be a better. Because I tell people all the time, I love Jersey City. I never wanted to leave Jersey City. Like you said, I don't mean to spin it around on myself, but all my life, I've lived a life of service. You know what I'm saying? Military, all the shit that I do. Because I love my people.
Yeah.
I want to inspire my people. You know what I'm saying? And for that, I want to say thank you because
Appreciate it, bro.
it's like I said, representation is everything. It's just like now that I know that it's not just, it's more people out there like us, and the community continues to grow. And to hear you say it to the millions of the people that's going to listen to this and watch this,
Inshallah.
Shawnee Talks podcast fans and listeners, I'm saying it's important to me. I just want to say thank you. I'm highly appreciative of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. This was a beautiful interview. See?
It was Sunday.
Nothing for you to worry about.
I love this conversation. I love this conversation.
Because I know you're a very intelligent person.
I appreciate
you're going to
that.
come with the questions and make sure that
I told you wasn't gonna wild
the
out.
information that needed to
Listen,
get
I
out
was ready
got
for
out.
whatever.
You know what I mean?
I was just being hopeful.
The reason we had, hopeful too. But I wasn't gonna act up. I could have. We both know I could have. We both know.
Again,
we both know.
I was just being
I love you to death.
I'll show up.
But we wanted to have you on here because of the person you are. You know what I'm saying? Because of the things you've accomplished, because of the things that you constantly do. You get what I'm saying? Not just for the community, but for me, we family. The stuff that you do for us for our family. Not even on the outside, but you do it in the inside as well. You know what I'm saying? You not only do you help the community, but you help your family and what we have in it. So it's like we had you on here for a reason, not to play around, but just help people understand that there are people out here like them that are doing great things, that have a lot going on, and that could bring a lot to the community, a lot of information that you have that needed to be given. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people know you, but they don't really know what you do and how you do it and why you do it. And now they will.
Yeah,
You know
appreciate
what I'm saying?
So
You know I love you to death.
Love you more.
You know shit.
So to end this off, you just gonna have to answer with one word, all right?
One word, or just like you throw a barrage of questions and I just answer.
I'm gonna do it one by one. Though.
One word, okay. I get time to like.
Yeah, you can think it through me. Mister.
Okay, cool.
One word for who you used to be.
Ooh.
That's a good ass question. Spooky.
One word for who I used to
I worked hard on these.
Spooky. You ain't Spooky McGutty?
be. I am
Don't
not
take
a
the-
spooky member.
Do not take the bait.
Oh, that's a good one. Sure. Who I used to be. One word. And I don't mean this to have such a strong negative connotation, but I think I would go with the word ignorant. And I say ignorant because there are a lot of things that I could have learned, or or a lot of resources I could have tapped into, but I didn't because of my ignorance. And, I could have made different life choices, which could have worked out for me in different ways, but I didn't because I was slightly ignorant. So I'm not using the word to say, I was incompetent or stupid, but more or less reluctant to ask questions and and being afraid to acknowledge that there were things that I didn't know, right? Because I was so fearful of looking silly or being viewed as not knowing something. My ignorance blocked a lot of the blessings that I probably could have had. But again, I don't live with regret, so I feel like even being in this room with you all today, this is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
right? Like,
definitely is.
Everything that happened in my life led me to be here today.
Today, yeah.
So, yeah.
One word for who you are now.
One word for who I am now. What's the word? Damn, I feel like
Gotcha.
Jeopardy music might need to be played right now.
See, what your problem is? You're a lot of things. You're just trying to find the one.
Nice. I just have I have trouble answering questions about myself.
Yeah, you said that. You said that.
That's the thing. One word for who I am now. I am.
Finished it though.
I'm thankful. Thankful. Thankful for the accomplishments that I've had. Thankful for my family. Thankful for my ability to connect with others. Thankful for my health. Thankful for my continuous pursuit of knowledge. So just thankful. Very thankful.
Most important lesson life has taught you so far.
I think going back to that quote that I stated earlier, right? Living part of your life like most people won't, so you can spend the rest of your life like others can't, right? Understanding that there are going to be things that you want to accomplish, and there's going to be a journey to make those things happen, and not to be so fearful of the journey, especially because you're more worried about what your peers think or or trying to compare yourself to your peers, but just, grinding and, seeing it through for what you want it to be. This way, on the other end of it, there's something that you're going to be happy for that others may not have been able to have the opportunity to do.
And the last one is, what keeps you grounded today?
My family. And I use family as I'm gonna be a bit vague with the word, right? Not necessarily my biological, but you're my family. You're my family. You're biological, but you're my family. These brothers on the other end, my family, right?
Yeah.
Because again, for me, is even if I'm not able to be of a resource to them in particular for something that they got going on, maybe I can be a resource to them in regards to their children, or their cousins or their family members or something like that, right? Maybe I can't do anything specifically for what it is that you got going on in your life at that moment, but I can be a resource to other people. You know that there's a person that you can call. So that's what keeps me grounded is family. Family's everything. And if you know me, you know.
You know, I know, bro.
Family means the world to
love
me.
the family.
I don't have that
That's
F
how
word.
I'm
I don't
the
have
Uno-
friends.
That's how I'm the Uno
I got
champion,
brothers,
man.
sisters. Come
I'm the
on,
Uno
bro.
champion in
Come
the
on.
family.
Come on, bro.
In the whole family.
You won one.
I won the tournament,
bro. All right.
We only how many we had, cuz?
All right, bro.
How many we had?
Listen, I'm not gonna go back and
We
forth
had
with you.
one.
I have no problem conceding. It's all good. You won.
Yeah, but family's definitely important.
So we normally end with a quote. Oh, no,
Yeah.
you're fine.
This is just the last. Well, we close it. So
Yeah, closing out.
I'm bringing eggs from now on. I'm gonna just throw
Throw it,
an
I'll
egg
get some.
every time you.
I get some.
I'm sorry.
ahead.
Sorry.
We'll talk. What does a thank you look like for you?
We should ask you that.
Y'all might
ask
want
you that.
to. Y'all might want to.
Coming from the people that you service, what does a thank you look like for you?
Let me put this in my notes. I'm
Yes.
asking you that shit next week.
Y'all might want to.
I'm telling you, I ain't playing.
He got the
Get him
nerve.
to
got
ask
the
the
nerve.
questions. I'm gonna come next week. He don't hit the lines next
Yeah,
week. I'm coming next week so I
cool.
can
I'm
ask the
asking
questions.
that because you the same person.
A thank you for me. Looks like, and it sounds crazy, right? But somebody trusted me to be the resource for them, right? Feeling confident to come to me about something that's going on. Feeling, that they can speak to me about some personal things that are taking place, and I'm a person that they feel comfortable, speaking to about those things. I don't really need to shout out to you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Or here go your flowers for X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? We all appreciate those things, but knowing that I do get the calls, even though they might be a little annoying at the time, but knowing I am the person, that's the thank you for me.
Yeah.
So you want to answer now or you want to wait?
Yeah, you gonna wait? Cause I want to ask you that. I'm gonna ask you next
That's a
week.
solid question.
Yeah, what's your
Because he
thank
won't
you
take
look like?
nothing.
That's a solid question.
We running out.
Good one. Good one. We gonna get him. Just hold in your notes. We gonna get him.
He played the field.
Don't worry, we gonna get him.
Okay.
I thought that was gonna be me this episode.
Yeah, no man. Thank you, Kev, for being here and joining us today.
Man, thank y'all
on
for having
episode
me.
17.
I feel-
Stop looking up there and remember.
Stop, chill, yeah. It's a habit.
I feel honored. To get the call, to be asked to be on the show, I was like, yeah, nah, something ain't right.
Off rip. He
Right,
like,
I'm like,
y'all ain't
yo,
gonna set me up.
Y'all
right?
trying to lie me. I don't know what's going on or what I did to either one of y'all, but let me know so I can apologize now, right? Don't line me up, but, again, I'm proud of this work that y'all are doing, and, to be a part of it and to support it is, amazing, right? To see the people that I love finding their lane and moving steadfast into the super dope, you know what I mean? And, you have the resources in your backyard, you know what I'm saying? That that's again talking about that community and tapping into the people that you rock with.
But with him, he don't understand, but he don't want no
Recognition.
You got to give it to him,
You know what I'm saying?
give it to him however you feel.
But you know
let
what
him
he
know.
say, how you say,
Yeah.
right? And that's to go back. That's why I say y'all the same person. What he says is, when we try to do stuff for him, his thank you is us doing this consistently every week.
Yeah.
That's his thank you.
That's real.
And being successful.
Yeah, straight up.
That's his
When you
thank
care
you.
about the
There's
people
no-
that you love, that's what
we want you
their
to-
success
yo,
is
can we
just
do this?
success.
Can we
You know
do
what I'm
that?
saying?
Can
And then
we-
we don't mean that in like
Our
the monetary
success is
aspect, but to be able to be
doing
like,
this every
yo,
week.
my people doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
and I'm not to put your business out there. You know what I'm saying? When Lon went to the service, I'm like, what? That's crazy,
It's crazy,
right?
Yeah.
But when he came back and to see the respect that he had,
Yeah.
and how everybody was like, just how inspiring it was, especially for those.
him.
Yes, you know what I'm saying.
For
Like,
him to do that.
I always, when I see you, I'm giving you the utmost love every chance I get. You know what I mean? Because you just made some amazing life decisions, coming from a space where we could have gone a different way. And you in particular, big dog. Just not to You know what I'm saying? You know, you made some great life decisions, some great changes. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, incriminating nobody and nothing like that. I'm like, going on there snitching and shit there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, nah, most definitely though. You know, so you know, to see that this community that we have come from has been positive and influential, and we are still working with each other. You know, it's great, man. I'm just glad to be a part of it, and you know, glad that I contribute to the conversation.
Absolutely.
No, we thank you so much for agreeing to come, even though you thought it was a setup.
Yeah.
I definitely did.
So we normally end with a quote. If you want, you can repeat the quote you said earlier.
Okay.
I really like that.
Yeah, that's
one.
the one. That's the
Yeah.
one for me. The quote that I would use. Actually, I think I might have another one.
Go for it.
There's a quote that says the greatest blessings you can give someone is the ability to help them see themselves. Right? When people are able to see who they are in the true light, right? Good, bad, or indifferent. You know, it is the hope that on the other end of that, they're able to use that to grow and become better people. So live part of your life like most people won't, so you can spend the rest of your life like others can't. And the greatest blessings you can give someone is the ability to help them see themselves.
Absolutely. Damn, that's episode 17 for you, baby.
Episode 17.
Soul touching.
Vaughn, soul touching. That was Apple, guys.
Yeah, soul touching.
Thank you again.
No doubt.
We'll
I
give you your
appreciate y'all.
flowers
Thank y'all.
again.
Thank y'all.
Episode
Thank y'all for everybody
17.
tuning in.
Y'all saw us. Now y'all don't. And we're out.